How about them Eagles? Let's go Birds. And we're not on camera. Go figure. That's how you start the show. And we're not. There we go. Now we got cameras. We're still trying to figure it out. It's been 3 months, but we'll figure it out one time. What's going on, everyone? It is another night of Single Squad. I'm exhausted. I had a fun-filled weekend.
I'm funny. This is hilarious.
I had a fun-filled weekend of... Yeah. Don't quit your day job. I am exhausted from this weekend. Number one, I don't like Miami. Number two,
shocker.
What a terrible weekend for Tina and mine's team.
Yeah.
And but shout out to Shane Moreland. Shane Moreland hooked all my family up with the great tickets in the club's suite section, and then got Tina and I into the Club 72.
I heard you were smoking a cigar with DJ Khaled.
No, I wouldn't have done that. Pushed him over.
And you were looking for Pitbull, but you missed him because he was.
Bro, I walked up and I was like, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right. And I said this to Tina. I looked at her, I said, I got to try something. She goes, what? I was like, just wait. Bartender comes up to me and I go, oh, can I get a Henny Cran? Usually that's the charge because it's a premium drink. And the guy goes, okay, here you go. I'm like, you don't charge? He goes, you don't know. I was like, one more. One more. Henny Cran for the win.
I'll double fist for the next 3 hours.
I'm going to need you to make a pass every 5
minutes. And then the lady when I walk in, the lady when I walk in, she's like, there's dessert over here. We have sushi over there. I was like, dude, I don't even know if there's a football game going on because I'm about to be. I was scarfing pizza. It was a true experience under there. Awesome. I actually met a young agent that handles like NIL. He wants to come on the show. His name is Ben, and he's like good friends with Cam Scadabo. He's good, and he wants to come on the show. I talked to him about it. He goes, he'd love to come on. So we're definitely gonna get Ben on here soon, or I think his name is Ben. I can't remember. I was hammered, but yeah, it was a great time. Shout out to Shane. He hooks. You know, if you're ever looking for tickets, and he's not gonna hook you up, you got to buy it from him. But like, he's a true friend of the show, and he actually is a part of Cinco Squad. I dubbed him a new member. Our new member of Cinco Squad is now Shane.
He had the $1 million+ in sales this year too, right?
Yeah, I think 1.7
yeah.
in ticket sales. So shout out to him and all his achievements. But yes, it was a great weekend in Miami. Besides the games and everything, it's been a sloppy 2 to 3 weeks in NFL football.
Yeah,
like just
after your Baltimore Ravens.
Who's your?
This is the guy who called it win 5 or 6 straight and make it into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. And I said this watching it. It's amazing how one player can take a team just
on his back,
just flip it right back around. It's like holy shit. And I know he's a great player. He's a 2-time MVP. But other than that, it's just terrible football. Like all around from top teams. I mean, you just look at sloppy play. It just seems like the offenses are so vanilla.
Except the Rams look freaking dangerous right now.
The Rams look like the best team.
How much weapons they have to they're using a 3 tight end system, which makes less pressure on Karen. So he's playing at a more elite level. Then you have 2 super reliable receivers, even though Puka is hit or miss now with his health. Pretty nice to have Devonta there. Freaking don't have freaking Puka on the field. So
now Devonta's hurt because in that game he got hurt. But it's just like crazy to me to think like it's just that next man up mentality with the Rams. The Eagles Packers last night. You said it was a shit performance. I think it was a great defensive performance. Mike, split the difference.
I think actually, so unfortunately,
we're not friends anymore. No,
because of lovely.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Music interlude. Because of the supplier that we love so much, ESPN and YouTube TV, I couldn't actually watch the game. So I had to go by the Gamecast and the box score and things like that. And honestly, to me, just based on that, it looked like it was a good defensive performance by the Eagles and a bad offensive performance by the Packers combined into what ended up being a 10-7 Eagles win. I am going to double down on the fact that I still think when the going gets tough, the Eagles are still the best team in the NFL. I will say that, and I will admit that.
They win it, and that's the thing is
they win all kinds of games,
and that's what I'm trying to say is like a lot of people sit here and talk shit about them. Oh, they can't do this, they can't do that. They win. They're 7-2, bro. Like they've lost 2 games in the last 25, 27. Like everyone talks shit about the Eagles. I'll just sit here silently. I'm like, okay. And then when we put up another win and another win, and if we lose, okay, we lose a game. But they're winning at different lengths and winning at different ways. Now, granted, I don't know what this whole AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts situation is going on, but I don't think there really is anything. It's just he's missing them, and unfortunately, when he starts to connect with them, watch this offense boom because. I don't know how he can't see him across the field. That's my biggest gripe. He's wide open across the middle. Like last night, I was sitting at Bubba's, and I was sitting there. I was like, Jalen, what are you doing, bro? Like he's right there across the middle. That's easy 6. So it just blows my mind. I mean, Matt LaFleur apparently is coaching for his job.
Yeah, and Packers fans are saying, I can't wait. Like one who swims for my team said, I can't wait till he's gone. We're sick and tired.
Who are you gonna get?
We're sick and tired of the way he scripts the game offensively. I'm like, since when? I was like, this has not been an issue until this season to me because I've never known anybody to complain about LaFleur's play calling. So this is the first for me to hear. And then coming from a Packers fan where aren't you guys still on top of your division? Aren't you still in line to be the 2 seed in the NFC? So why are you calling for someone's job? And like you said, to replace him with who that's going to guarantee that you're going to compete with the Lions and the Bears over the next 3 years, who are pretty much solidifying themselves as the teams.
Put any other coach in that situation with that wide receiving core. There's not a number 1 on that wide receiver core. Jordan Love was supposed to not be anything. Yeah. And he took a guy that was supposed to be nothing, and a wide receiving core that's supposed to be nothing. Whoever thought Tucker Kraft would be a top 5 tight end in the league?
Maybe the argument is that you bring in Jacobs and it should complete the offense, and they're not utilizing him in the manner in which you can become a team that defenses can't.
Well, it's like what Trey said yesterday in our group chat. He was working, and then they just stopped going to him.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I don't understand why things work. Why you just say, "Oh, we need to check the reasons."
But it goes back to like NFL fans are the worst fans in sports.
Close to it.
I mean, they're just terrible. I mean, you bitch and complain. Like I was wearing my Eagles gear at the Bills Miami game, and I know. Was I trying to taunt? No, but I mean, I honestly forgot to take it off and put a new shirt on. I was just wearing it to the tailgate. So, but there was a Bills fan that was walking up, that was talking this shit in the bathroom, and I wasn't gonna say nothing. And then I told Tina, I was like, I had to go, and she goes, "What did you say? Did you say you guys can't win the big one?" I was like, "Yep, I had to do it. I'm sorry."
It's always the go-to.
I'm like, bro, like you talking shit.
I brought a shotgun.
Boom. Game over, bro.
Here's a boulder.
Because he basically was like, "Oh, what have the Eagles done lately?" I'm like,
well, I'll tell you what, John Jacobs did for me lately. In a must-win fantasy game in my big league, I was down by 0.58 points, and guess who decides to fumble, which is -3 in my league? None other than Josh Jacobs. Josh, you and me are boys, bro. I mean, let's do that next time you're playing against me because I got the win. I'm still alive. I survived. There is a slim hope that I can still make the playoffs.
Meanwhile, Josh Jacobs was on my team, and he is not my friend right now because I needed a big performance to try to come back and beat this guy in our league, and it did not happen. He was on his way there, and then he fumbled. But to be fair, guys, I agree. NFL fans are the most flip-flopping, pancakey fans in the world.
Except Steelers fans. They're pretty diehard.
I mean, it's not that they're not diehard. It's complaining.
Yeah.
And we have to remember, it's not. This doesn't shock me. It's stupid from Packers fans to want LaFleur gone, but it doesn't shock me because remember, the same thing happened with Packers fans with Mike McCarthy, and Mike McCarthy actually coached them. Having obviously MVP Aaron Rodgers and a really good defense and all that.
Great receiver.
That was a much better team than this Packers team, I think, overall. But they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So. And they still wanted him gone shortly after that. It was like 2 seasons later. They're, again, on top of their own division. Mm-hmm. They lose one game they shouldn't have probably lost. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, fire McCarthy. So
prisoner of the moment stuff.
Oh, exactly. And and maybe that's the best description is NFL fans are the biggest prisoner of the moment fans in all of sports.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe college basketball fans sometimes. I think there's a little bit of a freak out every now and again. You start off your conference play slow. You start to freak out. It's freaking midway through January.
Well, that's the problem.
You have 2 months to recover.
Well, that's the problem with like college basketball. Is like I kind of said it last week in my own show. Is that like it's college basketball has just not got the hype that it used to.
Yeah.
Like you have Louisville, Kentucky tonight. You know that?
Yeah, I do.
And I don't hear anything about it.
Well, I can't freaking watch it.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. I'm getting absolutely tired of the NFL. I'm getting tired of ESPN. I'm getting tired of Disney. I'm getting tired of all the YouTube TV. Like the fact that I pay $389 for the NFL ticket, I pay $97 every single month for YouTube TV. I pay $12 for the ESPN app and a month.
$1,600 later.
And I still can't watch my team. I have to go to a bar to go watch my team. And I know people are saying, "Oh, boo-hoo." But like I didn't want to last night. Last night I want to kick it on the couch. I want to chill. I wanted to have a beer and just watch it on the couch. I didn't want to have to go through all that bullshit. And you shouldn't have to fight and plead to do all this shit. But again, billionaires are arguing about billions of dollars and you know, they're all arguing about all this bullshit. Get it done, man. Like, because at the end of the day, this is bullshit that we got to sit here and, go to a website. I agree with Pat McAfee. I'm not going to a website to vote against this. Like, do what you got to do and get this shit done because I paid all this money. And also the NFL, if I pay for the NFL ticket, I should be able to watch any game on Amazon, whatever it is. I should be able to watch it. I'm paying for the NFL ticket, not ESPN ticket or Fox ticket. I'm paying for the NFL ticket. I should be able to watch any game I want.
Yeah, but now the NFL has joined themselves at the hip with all of these different things. So if you're out on one thing, you're out on, any game that is involved in that, whether it be ESPN, Prime, all that. Because
I'm about to go back to cable. Money. I'm about to go back to cable.
No, I'm legitimately, when I'm planning at this point, once I move to wherever I'm going to be living next, I'm probably going to just go get a Spectrum box. Because at this point, like, I know the company. I've had an account there before, so it's not like it's a new thing for me. And somehow, they've been more reliable over the course of the years than YouTube TV has, especially with the price increases. So
Spectrum knows him.
Spectrum knows me, personally.
Spectrum knows me. I had an account before. They'll let me back in.
Remember me? Hi, I'm Michael Santa. Remember me? Give him a fucking account.
I'm the one that's had 2 accounts in 2 different places at the same time with you.
So, as the weekend unfolded, college football unfolded. That is Indiana really the team to fight with? I mean, they went down to the toe, went down to the toe,
incredible catches,
to win the game against Penn State. Is Indiana the big juggernaut that you keep talking about every single week?
I think we're talking about them being a big juggernaut. I think the thing what we keep trying to say is that you keep what more does the quarterback have to do for somebody to finally say, this kid is showing us that he's the front runner for the Heisman. That's Mikey and I have hyped him up more than the team. Why we like to see a team like Indiana sitting at 2 is it's refreshing. It's refreshing to have somebody who's not your usual big name team. And, we're not sitting here saying, here we go again. It's going to be Ohio State against another, SEC school. We're kind of predicting what the national championship game. They're giving us a glimmer of hope that maybe we might have what's considered a Cinderella because they haven't been in this arena before and made it to the big game or close to it before. Maybe we have a shot to see them compete or be in that game. What I saw from them was fight. Penn State is fighting for I would say they're fighting to get off. Yeah, it's pride and to get off this train of stink right now because they stink.
They won a Big Ten game.
Yeah, haven't won a game in the conference. So to me, that's the teams you got to be careful. It's these trap games where it's like they're playing with pure pride. There's players on that roster who will go to the NFL, though. So it's not like they weren't playing against high-quality players. Penn State's going to have 3 or 4 guys that get drafted in the top 2 or 3 rounds. So it's not like you're playing duds. They're playing studs. So you still have to play up to a high level despite the team not looking like they're playing at a high level. Certain players are because they're playing for their draft position here. So you can't take that away from them. However, Wisconsin, Purdue, I don't think they cause any problems. So I think that was the final hump for them to go undefeated.
But Wisconsin's in the same boat that they haven't won a Big Ten.
They won their first one.
They won last week. Yeah. So I see there's a lot of teams right at the top, and then there's my Michigan Wolverines just sitting at 7-2, waiting for a couple teams to drop.
Big Ten is a clusterfuck right now.
You got USC, you got Oregon, you got Indiana, Ohio State, and Michigan sitting right there.
Yep.
and they're all like one-loss Big Ten conference games. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, does Michigan get a chance to play in the college football playoff? Do they get a chance because of all the? I mean, are you going to hold them to a standard that they lost to USC pretty bad, but
maybe the eye test is how well they do against Ohio State?
I was going to say, if you beat Ohio State again this year, that's when I think it gets real interesting.
Because then Indiana is the outright number one.
What do you mean if we beat Ohio State?
Okay. Listen, I hope you do. I like chaos. And I like chaos, and I frankly, because Notre Dame can't get there, I want Indiana to be number one in the country. I think that would be awesome.
What do you mean Notre Dame can't get there? They're in the playoff right now.
To number one.
Oh,
Notre Dame isn't going to get to number one.
Right, but like Notre Dame's still fighting for a playoff.
They're not.
I thought they were changing that to the way they're doing the playoff format.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're doing the rankings, and then the playoff bracket looks completely different than the rankings. They were supposed to change it this year. They were supposed to look exactly like the rankings. 1 through 12 was supposed to be exactly the same in the playoff. Like the bracket, like they had obviously Memphis is not in there now because they lost at Tulane, but they had Memphis at the top at 12 because they're part of the American Conference.
Yeah. No, they're still expected. They're still gonna let like.
But then just put them at 12.
Conference champions.
Then just do the rankings the way you would do the bracket. I hate that shit. Why do I care about the rankings? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't, because what they're still doing, they changed the way they do the top four.
That's it. The rankings are coming out right now.
The rankings are out.
But I tell you what's exciting to me: Louisville loses, who's the 15. Virginia loses, they're the 14. Vandy clips Auburn in overtime. So let's jump Vandy up now. Yeah, right. They're sitting at 14 now. And they're the team on the outside looking in like, man, are we going to get our shot at this right now? And all of us are hoping that Vandy gets a little taste of that college football player. But what I want to ask you guys, and we know Urban Rod, what they would say automatically is, we know LSU is obviously nowhere in the conversation of being a competitive team right now, but Alabama's defense looks freaking scary all of a sudden. Alabama looks like a team nobody's talking about, and I think they are sitting exactly where they want to be.
Which again makes no sense to me why Florida State is so bad.
Because they beat.
I know that's random as fuck, but like I'm looking at a Florida State team that played their best game at the first game of the year and has not.
Yeah.
And I know teams look at this and be like, "What the fuck? Why you gotta bring that up?" But it's the truth though. It's like, how do you play that good, and how has Norvell not been fired?
That's a great question.
You played that well, and look how good Bama's doing.
Yeah.
The team didn't change.
Yeah.
No.
They've only gotten better, and
But it does show that you need to peak at the right time. And nothing matters. And we say this a lot. Nothing matters in September.
No.
Nothing matters.
No, exactly. And that's why they went to 12, because that one loss in the first game of the season is almost like a preseason game. Right. So, I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm like, damn, how is Florida State that bad? How has Norvell still got his job?
My answer to each question individually. The first question, how did they play that well and then not play well the rest of the year? I think it just seems to me like they came out in week one, saw Bama as a chance to prove we're not as bad as last year says we were. Mm-hmm. Put everything on the table. Castellanos put everything out there to prove he was the guy for the job.
Yep.
Looked like the guy for the job, and so the momentum, and it's like they lost the game, and then the momentum was dead.
Well, fellas, breaking news.
What?
Looks like the USF Bulls are in the 12 spot.
Yeah, they were talking about the American being the next conference in here to get
we could have
team in.
Potentially a college football playoff matchup here in
right
Tampa.
here in Pineapple. They probably go on the road there at 12, right?
Well,
yeah, but I mean, it just depends on how they finish the year. But they have a couple of bad losses.
Not Georgia. That's not the team we want to see them go to.
No.
So right now, that Texas Ole Miss looks a little spicy right there.
Miami jumped in.
Yeah, Miami jumped back in, and that one shocked the hell out of me.
Texas Ole Miss. That's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Like, how are people still
Texas Tech will
how are people still high at Texas?
So Ole Miss will drum Texas, and Texas Tech.
I don't get how Texas is still in.
Yeah, they're not the best team in the state.
Texas A&M.
And Texas Tech. They're the third. I'll give you the third best team in your state, and somehow they're still hyping you up to be in there.
Like, look, I mean, remember the rankings are different than the bracket.
Yeah,
I understand that, but like,
this just came out. It said breaking news. It just opened up right now. This
right?
Is like
no. I understand that. I'm just curious. I guess How does Miami, ranked 15, jump up into the bracket?
ACC.
They're number one. They're number one team in ACC.
Yeah.
But they're replacing who the hell are they replacing?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia.
No, Georgia Tech wasn't.
Georgia
You
Tech's
say in terms of
Oh,
ranking.
Virginia was in it last week.
Was it Virginia? Was
Right.
it
Virginia
Oklahoma?
lost
That
last
was
week.
Oklahoma.
No. Virginia is AC. Remember
That's
ACC?
right, yeah.
Power 5.
Hold on, I'm looking at the bracket.
There's no other
They're
ACC.
okay, but by rankings, they're replacing Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma, you're looking at rankings. The rankings doesn't match
The
this.
College World Cup has the top 4. They have to have.
That's what I was just saying. It's like the rankings doesn't match what we're looking at. Because Oklahoma and Texas,
they're putting their projected ACC.
Oklahoma and
Yes.
Texas was not in there last week.
That's why USF is there.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're looking at that. And that's what I was just saying.
Because the AAC is
they're not looking at it.
I thought there was another ACC team.
Mike, you know
No, Virginia.
What's the final score in that game right there? Which two teams are that?
I believe that's Florida and Kentucky.
Yeah,
Kentucky won 38-7.
Nice, just making sure.
Yeah. He takes what he can get. See, that is
38-7. Oh, college football.
Yeah.
Freaking Florida was up 7-3 at the end of the first. Shut them out for the rest of the game.
Oh,
I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel, by the way the bracket's set up. I don't know how I feel about Notre Dame going to Oregon. Like Oregon's seems like such a Jekyll and Hyde team where one minute they look fantastic, like they're gonna blow everybody out, and the next I have confidence in Notre Dame to win that game.
It's almost as though Oregon is the weirdest thing. Oregon doesn't play their game. It's like, we'll beat you at yours.
Yeah.
And it's so strange that they do that. It's almost like it's cocky to be like, we'll just beat you at your game. Right? Because against Iowa, they played like Iowa.
They did, but it almost cost them the game.
Exactly. This is like, why are you doing that? Why are you playing to the other team's strength and say, we could play like this too? No, play Oregon ball. Fucking blow them out. Force them to throw. Force them to throw the ball because that quarterback is terrible.
This is exactly why I hate the rankings. Is because just put Miami at number 11 and South Florida 12. I just don't. I'm not understanding why we have to go back and forth. And it fucked you up right there. We just talked about it. It fucked you up. You're like, wait a minute. I'm like, no. Remember, Texas and Oklahoma were not in it last week.
Right. So, if you think Oklahoma and BYU are the 11th and 12th best teams in the country, then put them in the playoff. I don't care who wins the conference.
That's the problem is that they're going off the Power 5 conferences. That the leaders of the Power 5.
Right.
That's what it has to be.
No, what I'm saying is that's not how it should.
I'm saying put Miami. I'm saying the opposite. Just put Miami at 11 and USF at 12. Then don't put them the other two teams at 12, 11 and 12.
Right, but my point is this. Fine, if you don't think that Miami and USF are one of the 12 best teams in the country, then don't put them in the playoff.
You have to though.
Why do you have to?
That's how the rules are.
No, I'm saying that shouldn't be how the rules are.
I get you, but I'm just saying that's what the rules are this year.
No, I'm not saying you're
you
wrong.
Keep asking that.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong in the sense of that's how the bracket is. I'm saying that. That's not how it should be.
Well,
put the 12 best teams. I don't give a shit what conference they're in.
I've always been like that, but
don't put out rankings. Just make a bracket.
Well, no, I'm okay with the rankings. Just move the teams. Right, that's all I'm saying. It's
they don't think they're one of the 12 best teams, but they're going to put them in just because they're the best teams in their conference.
Well, I just don't see how Texas is in.
Because it's Texas.
Have you guys heard that UCLA is leaving the Rose Bowl to go play their games?
Yeah, there's now, and it's official now because UCLA is leaving the Rose Bowl. They're going to play all their home games starting next year at SoFi, which is official now because the county...
Right down the road from their campus.
I understand the logistics of it, but you can't fill the Rose Bowl. So why are you going to SoFi? Who's going to buy... what they're trying to do is make more money per game. You can't sell suites at the Rose Bowl. You don't fancy...
You can't keep a coach.
That's what I'm saying. It's like your team's not in a position to go to SoFi because nobody wants to come watch you play. From a strategic standpoint, I don't get this.
And now the thing is, at first it was their choice. Now it's not their choice because Los Angeles, the county, and the Rose Bowl have filed a restraining order against the school.
I don't blame them. You ain't paid.
You want to leave? Fine, leave.
No, I wouldn't. You're not filling the stadium.
Right.
I got workers over here. You're not filling the stadium. There's not people buying anything.
In other great news, your boy Brian Kelly has filed a lawsuit against LSU claiming he hasn't been formally terminated. What do you need them to do? Look you in the face and say, "Hey, buddy, you're fucking fired. Leave."
Yeah,
Like, what are you waiting for?
LSU has said that they have not formally fired Brian Kelly because they're waiting to formally fire him until they came to whatever the buyout settlement is. Except for Kelly now,
Like, he's rejecting the offers. So, like, how can they formally do it?
Well, because Kelly, and now he's asking the court to make LSU give sufficient cause to fire him.
Well, what's going to happen here now is like these buyouts are going to very, very seldomly start to dissipate. You're not going to see these 10-year deals anymore from these coaches. You're going to see more 3 or 4 year deals where they're getting paid maybe like 25 or 30 million, which is still a very high number, right? Don't get me wrong, but a lot of these schools are starting to catch on. Like, I'm not going to be on the hook because we're giving these coaches 3 years. And you should be able to, especially at a school like LSU. You guys said it before. At a school like LSU, what have they done as a program? Nothing. What should they do as a program? They should have all the money in the world to go out and pay these kids. And that's just what it comes down to. He was not doing that. And honestly, I don't really blame him because if I was a kid, I wouldn't want to go play for Brian Kelly. I would go play for Kirby Smart. I would go play for Lane Kiffin. Why would I go and play for a guy that's going to potentially bash me in the media and throw me under the bus? And potentially just like I don't know, not even like do anything to help me out outside of
trying to fake his way into me thinking he actually cares about me as a person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about the Kyron Lacey thing, and I was like, damn, he didn't even reach out to the family. He just and the father even said he's like, he didn't even reach out to me. So for me, that spoke to his character.
1,000%. Something
whether
like
he did it or not, whether he did it or not, that is your guy, and you're supposed to be there for him in a time of his need, and you weren't. So it spoke to high lengths of who he is as a person. So I don't give a shit if he gets nothing out of this whole thing. So screw Brian Kelly.
Yeah. I'm on board with that.
Let's jump back to the NFL for a second because I want you guys to give me your MVP vote. As of right now, we're halfway through the season officially, right? Pretty much at that halfway point. We're in week 11, so we're past halfway. So we can start to make more assumptions now that these players are separating themselves from the pack. I'm going to give you 4 names. Who are you casting your vote with? So first name, Jonathan Taylor. Second name, Drake May. Third name, Matthew Stafford. Fourth name, just because he is who he is, Patrick Mahomes. Who's your vote right now?
Well, Jonathan Taylor's already for me out because he's not going to. Mm-hmm. Saquon did what he did last year and still didn't even get it. Mm-hmm. Derrick Henry has done it twice, over 2,000 rushing yards. Still hasn't got love for it. So at that point, no matter what a running back does, they're never going to get it. The MVP right now for me is definitely Matt Stafford. I mean, the guy, without him on the team, nothing.
25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
And in the last 7 games, he had like 14 touchdowns and 1,800 yards throwing. Yeah. Or something like that.
3 games in a row.
Drake May is benefiting off of, and don't get me wrong, he's looked good, but his defense is what's making him look great is because they're making big plays. The running game is doing well. I don't think he's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, I just don't see it. Because I watched him play against Buffalo. Okay, yeah, he looked okay against Buffalo, but he didn't look outstanding. Matt Stafford is doing what he normally is doing, and that's performing at a high level. And this is the MVP of I think he'll get this year if he continues this reign. I mean, obviously, Jalen will never touch that award. Hopefully, he will one day. But Patrick Mahomes is just you take him off the Chiefs right now,
and they're 1-7,
potentially. I mean, he's just not. I mean, they're not playing well as good as a football team, but it's definitely Matt Stafford for me. May, Mahomes too, and then obviously Jonathan Taylor's going to be 4 because they're never going to show love to him.
But he should be 1, you're saying?
He should be. I mean, he's the reason why the Colts were in a position in where they were. But unfortunately, the last 3 games that the Colts have looked horrible. Daniel Jones has looked like his giant self, and Jonathan Taylor sitting there again going, what the fuck? Like at week 9, week 10, I'm carrying you guys. Do something.
Come on.
So on top of the AFC with the New England Patriots. So as I say, there's if you have to consider, because they always love to give it to teams that are on top as well. Those are the 2 front runners for those teams. And what you got?
So I'm pretty much in agreement. If I were to use my vote on who I think really deserves it, it's Jonathan Taylor. But being that he definitely won't get the love he needs to win it, if I want to use it on the quarterback that I think should win it, it's Matt Stafford. Yeah, 6 games, 20 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1,400 yards in his last 6 games. It's insane, and he's doing more with less. We always talk about guys that do more with less. He's making everybody else around him a star. And he deserves it.
He's playing with love. He's playing with joy.
Well, yeah, you can tell he's having fun playing the game, and that's a good representation of the league as well. And, I mean, yeah, May's having a good year, but this is probably going to be the last time Stafford gets any love for this award. No matter how much longer he plays, because people are going to start going to even, fresher faces.
Well, it's unfortunate. The only reason why these are up in the contest is because Josh looks like a shell of himself, and Lamar has been hurt all year.
And Burrow's been hurt.
Burrow's been hurt. Mahomes has not had a great year.
I can't say that by default because both of the players we're talking about here, Mayo, if you're saying Mayo in the AFC and Stafford in the NFC, who are probably playing at a very high level in their respective conferences. Both of them being the front runners standing out now, they're opposite ends of their career, right? So it now kind of leads me to this. Are we way too stuck on you need to prove more to me before I say you're MVP, even though somebody's playing at that level in this season? Because the MVP is a season-by-season vote. Mm-hmm. To me, it's not you got to earn your stripes first to be an MVP. And I say this because I feel like they're going to do that to Wemby this year. I feel like Wemby is the most dominant player in the NBA right now, but he's too, quote, unquote, young for us to consider this guy to be the MVP, for us to go ahead and be like, yes, let's pass that crown from LeBron to Wemby right now, because if we give it to him this year, it's going to be a Jokic situation, right? He's going to get better next year. He's going to get better the year after once injuries don't plague him.
And eventually you can't give it to him.
You can't give it to him 3-4 times in a row. So it's like, well, who should we give it to now? Hopefully Shea has a great year and they win another 65 games so we can give it to him. I find like they're putting themselves in a sticky by just not sticking to what it is. It's a seasonal award. Regardless of whether it's a first, second, third year player, if they are the best freaking person in the game, they deserve to win the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Matthew Stafford, and I mean, I didn't realize Drake May was having that good of a year, throwing over 200 yards on average per game. But I mean, looking at Stafford, he's doing the same thing, but he's have 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, he's a 67% completion percentage, but they also don't run the ball as much as New England. I mean, yeah, I think what has the true MVP of the Patriots is Mike Vrabel. I mean, he came in there with that mentality, and he understands that. So, sorry, you were talking NBA?
No, I wasn't talking NBA. I was more saying, are we stuck in this,
yeah, of course we are.
This dumb idea of, you need to have you need to earn more stripes before I really give you, the opportunity to earn this award.
Well,
no, it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing this in every sport. I mean, you look at just the fashion number. I mean, you look at Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge this year. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't even be close. Mm-hmm. Just because a guy hit almost 60 home runs doesn't mean that he's the MVP. He's not even close to Aaron Judge's stats. Aaron Judge is a 6'7" away from the next guy in mostly every category. He should be the MVP of the AL. But it's going to go to Cal Raleigh because everyone likes the long ball. Mm-hmm. So everyone's going to vote him and give him love, because when's the last time you've seen a catcher win an MVP?
I think also the thing, like you said, take him off of Seattle. Seattle's with Cinderella. We like to see teams that don't have a chance to get to almost get there. And so there's a lot of factors.
But with a guy like Wemby, I think he's going to be prisoner of the moment, because I think now SGA just broke in through the Jokic in the MVP, where now Wemby's going to be for a couple of years at the top 2 with Shea, and then he'll break in. It's just going to take some time. I mean, and it's also going to go about team too. Who has the best team out there? And that's why that's how I've seen it in the NBA. When I'm looking at the NFL has always been biased towards quarterbacks. So no matter what, let's be real. A lot of time, this is a year where a position player should win the MVP, because no one's looked great.
Other than Stafford.
Stafford and May now have looked really good, but there are moments throughout the game where you're like, okay, this is the old Stafford. Okay, this is May that we thought. I think we're just in a prisoner of a moment of like allowing people to just put a guy at the at the MVP immediately if he has a great game. It's like, oh, he has an MVP. So I don't know. I mean, I'm on the fence with a lot of it. I think Wemby is having a great year, but it's only like 12 games into the year, so I can't really say much. Let him complete the year, and then we'll have the same conversation.
But the problem is, the other thing with MVP races, especially I think in the NFL and NBA, is it really is also a popularity contest. Mm-hmm. It's because the MVP, since unlike baseball, there's one MVP. Like baseball has two. There's an American League MVP and a National League MVP.
Stupid.
So you don't have to worry about as much of the MVP really being the sole representation of the face of your league. Are they ready to, and I think to your point about Wemby in the NBA, and honestly, May to a certain extent, and Stafford to a certain extent in the NFL, are they ready for these players to be the face of the league? So,
that's a little weird on Stafford. I mean, he's almost retired. He's got like 1 year left.
Well, yeah, but
he can't be the face of the NFL.
Well, but if you're naming him MVP, you're saying that he was the best player in your league.
But you're not saying that he's a face of the NFL. It's a little different than MVP. That just means you had a really great season. But it's not. You're not the face of the NFL.
You're the representation of the league that year. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're the long-term face of the league.
I don't see that like that. I just see you're the best. You're the best player.
Well, then why did Lamar win it over Joe Burrow, who was clearly the better quarterback?
He's but he is the face of the league. Him and Josh and Mahomes, they're younger though. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not.
Then who? Burrow?
Lamar is younger than Matt Stafford.
Yes.
I'm saying last year.
You're saying Matt Stafford's going to be the face of the NFL moving forward. It's like, how's that?
I didn't say moving forward. I said this season. I just.
No, you're saying right now. You're saying 2 days. Like that's what I'm saying. It's a seasonal thing. So they want that this season. Who's our guy, right? So you're saying we're pinning Matthew Stafford.
I just don't think they're still pinning it on. Like if Lamar watch this. I'm gonna say.
I agree with what you're about to say.
Lamar is gonna finish out the year strong, make the playoffs, and I guarantee he wins the MVP this year.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if they do that, fuck that. Like that would be the most.
Doesn't matter what. Thing. Because we're only week 9 or week 10 now, right? So like, there's a lot of season left. There's a lot of things to go. He only missed 3 games. There's a lot of season, and he's looking really good, like prime Lamar. So he could, and I disagree to a certain effect that he changed that entire team because you saw what he put out with the same team. He came in and turned that team right around.
Fair enough, but if someone's doing for 16 weeks and he sits out, for 16 games and he sits out the last one because his team, secured the number 1 seed. How do you not say the body of work is exactly what we need to see in an MVP? Doesn't matter that Lamar took his team out of this, the cellar and then brought them back into playoff life. Good. You've proven to us that you are who you are. That's why you have been an MVP.
But you would. So if he goes out and kills it the next 7 weeks,
and Stafford sustains his level of play,
you still wouldn't, and like puts the Ravens to the 2 seed.
No,
I'd still give it to Stafford.
Yep.
Damn,
we just said 5-10 minutes ago. You take Stafford out of this offense.
Take Joe
Burrow out of the offense.
Okay, you can take that out. You can take that out of anybody. You can take Mahomes out of there. Chiefs are mediocre. You can take Allen. So like, I like, how do you not? Year. But like I'm just looking at like, damn, like how do you not even consider Lamar in the race? Like you're clear cut, and you're like, yeah, Stafford. I'm like, I'm still thinking about that because like. It's how you play down the stretch, too, right? And if he plays that, and Stafford sustains, which I imagine he's going to, I don't know. I mean, that'd be tough.
I keep going back to last year's example. If you take Joe Burrow off the Bengals, they have the number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
He was, by far,
he basically fucking did.
The best quarterback in the league last year.
Yeah,
and he did not finish in the top 3 for MVP votes.
He shouldn't have. Because Saquon should have won.
Because his team sucked. But if you take them off,
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I said if Burrow didn't win last year, that Saquon should have. It's the same thing.
But like
they gave it to the third.
The teams are on opposite spectrums. Like Philly looked like they were the best team.
Correct, but that's my point. Is like, okay, he made the Bengals halfway decent. Saquon.
Because he made the Bengals not lose games by 20 points every week.
They just kept putting them more and more. But like
team every time they scored.
I don't know. Like for me, it's like with a team with throwing, like we throw it 70 times a game, I would assume a guy's going to have almost over 4,500 yards. You know, he's throwing it 60 times a game. No wonder his freaking arm hurts this year. Like he's throwing it so goddamn much. So I'm like, I wouldn't have put him in the top. As the Bengals finish the season, I wouldn't have put him in the top. You know, I would put him 5 probably, just because of that. Like, yeah, you have to look at the total body of work of the team as well. And unfortunately, his team did him wrong, and they didn't make the playoffs.
But I guess but that's my thing. Are we awarding the player or are we awarding the team? It's not his fault the defense sucked.
Okay, but it's also not like
I mean, he's not going to go out there and play safety and cover the best receiver or whatever. Like. He can only do.
We can nitpick this all day, but it's at the end of the day, like there should have been 2 players at the top of the rankings. That's Josh Allen. That's Saquon. Saquon should have won the MVP last year. But go ahead, Jay.
Let's take a left turn here. So I don't know if talking about players. We talk about Burrow throwing it 70 times. Of course, he's going to get his yards. Kate Cunningham took 45 field goal attempts last night. 45.
That's it.
I think he made about 11 of them. He scored all his points on the free throw line, 16 for 18. So. He now sits 9th currently in points per game at 27.5. There are 5 players averaging over 30 points a game so far this season. How many of those 5 can you name?
5 players averaging
over 30 points a game so far. SGA.
Luka.
Nope.
He was. Oh, okay. He's averaging 40 at one point.
First game of the fucking season, Mike.
No, it's 5 games of the season.
So SGA is tied for 2.
Is it Joker? No, Joker's not averaging.
Joker leads the league in assists.
He does.
Jesus.
By far.
Jesus.
Wemby? Nope. Wemby is 12th.
Okay. Jeez. Steph's not doing it, is he?
No.
Steph is 11th.
Okay.
26-8.
Wow.
It's not Ant, because Ant was hurt for a few.
Correct. It's not Ant. You should know 2 of these players like off the top of your head. Like, of course, they're the bell. Giannis, number 1 at 33.4. They're both the bell cow of their team. Like, they take most of their team shots.
Is it Maxey?
Maxey tied for 2nd with SGA. So the top 3, Giannis, SGA, Maxey. The next 2, one you will be like, oh yeah. The other one you'll be like, what the fuck?
The Coop flag?
No, he's not near it. He's not even.
Yeah.
Is it still VJ Edgecombe?
No.
Okay.
It's not VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe slowed down that rate. He's not in the top 25 anymore. So rounding out the top 25 is Vaughn.
Jaylen Brown's at like 28.
Brown is sitting at 7, 28 a game.
Yeah.
Devin Booker 6.
You know what's funny is I just
10.
So
4 or 5.
I just picked the parlay, so I know like all those guys he just mentioned. I'm like, I know that. I was like, that's about over under.
Yeah, that's how you do his stats. I was like, well, that's a big number.
Yeah, that was doing over.
One guy in the East, one guy in the West.
Okay. Is there another? There's not another Pistons guy.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is it LaMelo?
Go ahead and finish.
Donovan
Mitchell 4. The 5 is like, when I saw this morning, I was like, I gotta ask you guys this.
In the West?
In the West.
Aaron Gordon.
Good guess, but no.
I just know he's been hit.
Wait, no, he's in Brooklyn, isn't he?
No,
it's Michael Porter.
Yeah.
Michael Porter.
Yeah, remember they switched him out for his boy from North Carolina.
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Go Cam Johnson. I don't. Dame.
No, final guess. So you got one more guess each.
God.
Remember what I said last time about Halloween costumes and?
Laurie Marketing.
Close.
No.
He's 8th.
Is he on the Lakers?
Uh-huh.
Is it Austin Reeves?
Austin Reeves averaging 30.3 points a game. Bring back my shoot. Come on. Show some love.
As soon as you said Halloween.
Fifth in the league. 30.3 points a game because he had the 51
That's
per
wild.
game.
That's wild.
But he's still sustaining a high level of basketball.
You know what sucks? What sucks for him?
Yeah.
It's good for the team. He's gonna drop.
Of course, because he's the 3rd or 4th option, depending on what the offense looks like.
But if you're 3rd or 4th option, it's still averaging over 25, 26 points.
Which bodes well for the Lakers making a deep run in the playoffs if they can stay healthy.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, like, looking at Luka, LeBron's going to come back probably mid-December.
Yep.
And he doesn't have to force his way back like he has been. He can just kind of ease his way back. So, it's a great step that he's taken this year that he's been waiting for. So, and LeBron's like been sitting there like, I've been telling y'all this. I've been telling y'all this. And then Bronny is actually looking pretty freaking decent.
Yeah.
You know, he's not playing a lot of minutes, but the games I've seen him play, I'm like, okay.
He's high energy.
Yeah. He's playing in there.
Energy.
He's catching alley-oops or alley-oop. And then, you know, I would
He's
like to see
Casey
him.
Wallace on OKC.
Yeah.
Same kind of
I'd like to see him start to take the next step, but we'll see. We'll see. But make sure you guys tune in on Thursday. We're going to wrap up tonight and say that, yeah, Saquon and Eagles are the best team in the NFL. Let's go Birds. And we'll see you guys here on Thursday.
Please hire a good coach next time.